Order. Order. I've called the member's colleague and I expect a little courtesy. Peseta Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Social Development. What children will the white paper for vulnerable children be targeting?
This is actually the bit we use.
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Sorry, Mr Speaker, I was a little focused on being called a liar by the member over there. Right, Mr Speaker, this paper is focused on this country's most vulnerable children, those that have been and are at most risk of being seriously maltreated. Mr Speaker, this paper does not undermine the importance of ensuring universal support to children, but unless we put a clear focus on these most vulnerable children, things will not change for them.
Peseta Lotu-Iiga.
Supplementary, sir, to the Minister. What have the trends
Point of order, Grant Robertson.
Of Social Development just made a very unparliamentary remark across the House and asked that she would draw and apologise.
Order. I actually heard what the Minister said and she didn't accuse, I don't want to repeat what she said, but she didn't actually accuse anyone of lying. She made a comment, a quote from past time that is probably even on the record of this Parliament already, and I'm not about to rule those words out. But members should not members should not take that as being a precedent to call other members liars. Order. Member may... Look,
Speaker.
No, order. Before I call the member, ask the House just to settle down a little, because members may recollect that the thing that caused the Minister to get a little offended in the previous question was she perceived she had been accused of exactly that across the House. And that's why I just asked the House to come back to a little more order. I know it's been tense time. I understand that. I respect that. It's the House's right to be tense at times and to take issues very seriously. That's absolutely the prerogative of the House. But I think it's time now for a little more reasonableness. Peseta Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. What have the trends in child abuse and neglect been since 2004?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Speaker, notifications have increased considerably and continue to do so. Those notifications that require further action have also continued to increase. But for as much as it can, actually, that is good news. It means that people are actually reporting and we're able to do something about it. And it means that we are following up with those children who are potentially being maltreated. However, Child, Youth and Family has reported a 4% drop in substantiated findings, and that is the first time we have seen a decrease since 2004.
Yeah. My people like Darren Hughes.
Leofa Amulia Asanati Lole-Taylor.
To supplementary to the Minister, how can the public have confidence that information stored in the proposed vulnerable children information system be secured given the recent security breaches by other departments such as WINS, ACC and IRD?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, for a number of reasons. One is the time it will take to build it. For the second reason I would give the member is actually the mistakes that have been happened and that have come out most recently will certainly be putting a spotlight on this, and the pressure to get it absolutely 100% correct are well and truly on me. I know that. I will be following it with every level of detail. The other thing is that we will be getting expert advice from like the Office of the Privacy Commissioner, and we've asked some of those from with ethics backgrounds to be involved in it as well. So we will work our way through quite a systematic process to make sure we get it right.
Peseta Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you. Further supplementary to the Minister. What other initiatives in the White Paper will make a difference for our most vulnerable children?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Speaker, particularly around those children that are currently in the care of the Chief Executive and are currently or have been quite seriously abused or neglected, there are a range of extended that we're going to do for them. For example, expand the number of specialist trained caregivers for high needs and high risk teenagers. Review the paid parental leave provisions to ensure that the provisions applying to adoptive parents, those taking foster children in, also work for families who give children a home for life. Extend the parent-child interaction therapy, which is being trialled in Child, Youth and Family, and it is proving to be very successful, and particularly in dealing with those children of high and complex needs.
Question number 6, Chris Hipkins.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, my question is